Hey, welcome to our Tuesday night live broadcast. We're coming to you live from YouTube. Unfortunately, Facebook is not cooperating with us tonight. So hopefully everyone who usually joins us on Facebook will jump over here. Tonight's topic is what is the real problem? And we are going to discuss some things that could be possibly keeping you or maybe stalling you from getting the results that you're looking for or hoping for with just about anything in life. I mean, we generally talk about, or we always talk about, I guess, intermittent fasting here on this channel. But these principles and these sort of ways of managing and dealing with your life really do apply to anything in your life that you want to see success with. And so oftentimes, when there's a stumbling point or a sticking point or maybe just a frustration point with something that you're trying to achieve, we often look past the obvious reasons why there might be an issue, and we kind of look on maybe a little bit more on the peripheral of reasons, or look for reasons why it is that we're struggling. And I talk a lot here about the simple concepts, and I'll use the example of intermittent fasting, but it could, again, this could apply to anything you have going on in your life. And that is the desire to be successful, and the things that we know to do to be successful are simple. They're just not always easy. And that is really where we start to stumble, when we're starting to have problems or frustrations or sticking points. And it seems like everything that we're doing is right. We're doing all the obvious things, but the obvious things are the ones that are simple. It's the things that aren't so obvious that tend to be the things that trip us up, and those are not easy. So if you're just jumping on, thank you so much. If you try to catch us over on Facebook, I am sorry. I have no idea why we're not able to broadcast live over there. But thank goodness for our trusty friend YouTube, we will be here consistently. My name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women find nutritional plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. The authentic life part is that thing that we are always striving to be, especially as women, and we discuss that here. Tonight, we are going to talk about some problems, or the real problems that we might be having with achieving some goals. And like I said, we generally talk about intermittent fasting here, but what we're talking about tonight can really be applied to anything that you have going on in your life where you feel like you are doing everything right and you're still not seeing results. It could be financially, it could be relationships, it could be your health, it could be your fitness, it could be something you're struggling with your kids, anything. This can apply, or these concepts can apply. So with intermittent fasting, it's food. It's, we're going to pick a time to fast and we're going to pick a time to feast, and that's the simple part. Where it gets complicated is when we put life into the mix, right? When we put social situations or family situations or pressure from peers or pressure from a spouse, or just being maybe a little uninformed or maybe misinformed about what some of the things that you're supposed to do in order to achieve success. Again, those same things can apply to, what the real problem is with some marriage, maybe difficulties or frustrations that you're having. I mean, the obvious ones, situations, they're always usually the ones that don't last a long time, because it's just a little strife or misunderstanding or maybe just a hurt feeling. And what are the real problems behind maybe some of those frustrations that you might be having in a relationship? And those are the things that take the work and take a little bit of soul searching and take the time of being a little bit uncomfortable to make things better. And so with intermittent fasting, the easiest advice I can give, and this again you can apply to anything in your life that you might be feeling like you're stuck in, is just go down and dirty. Like, go down to the bare basics and minimums. And if something seems too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. And then decide if where you're at right now is uncomfortable and it's frustrating, and you're not happy, and maybe you're not living your most authentic life, and maybe you're not feeling really great about how you're looking and feeling. Those are all energy suckers, and those are all things that just don't feel good, and those are all things that can just kind of keep you in a place of just absolute turmoil. Yet the solutions to a lot of those problems are temporarily uncomfortable, yes, but then once you get through them, can really get you to that place that you're going to achieve everything that you're hoping for. And so, I always like to just recommend, choosing your uncomfortable or choosing your hard wisely. Because if you can get through the temporary uncomfortable or the temporary hard or the temporary frustrating, but know that on the other side of that can be everything that you're looking for or everything you're hoping for when you're setting a goal, you're trying to achieve success with something, then getting through uncomfortable is so worth it, or getting through hard is so worth it. Staying in uncomfortable or staying in hard is like a slow, torturous life. And if you're not willing to kind of trudge through what's not easy, or trudge through what's hard, or trudge through what might seem frustrating today, then you'll never get to the other side. And the other side can be amazing. It could be exactly what you're hoping for and can get you to that place where you can look and feel your best and still live a very authentic life, because there's nothing more unauthentic than not living in the present, right? Being totally preoccupied with not feeling well, or feeling totally preoccupied with being sick, or being totally preoccupied with just not being happy deep down inside, being able to live your true self. And that's not a great way to live in the long term. Yeah, we have those moments or those seasons where we could be there in the short term, but we have to have a time and a place where we just make a decision for ourselves that we want to get out. So living in a suffering state is not being authentic. And doing the work or trudging through, like I say, the uncomfortable to get to something that's very comfortable and pleasant is always going to be worth the trek that you have to go through. And I always try to come to you guys with experience. And I know that when I was sick, it was horrible. It was treacherous. It was uncomfortable. I wasn't being authentic. I felt bad. I know I felt I looked bad because I did. I was bloated and I was breaking out all the time, and I had hives and just a mess, and just absolutely exhausted all the time. I guess chronically fatigued would be the word. And I said on Instagram live today, we were talking about sleep, and it's amazing like how much less sleep I need today, just because I'm living a happier life and a healthier life than I did just 2 years ago when I was just fighting everything and so sick. And so it's worth it to get through the other side. It's worth it to choose those uncomfortables well. It's worth it to choose the hard well, knowing that it's just temporary. Because I sit here today, not trudging through anything, feeling great, being healthy, being happy, being authentic every day in the way that I have finally drilled down the way I choose to live my life, and the way I choose to fuel myself so that I will stay healthy. And I don't feel like I'm fighting anymore, and I don't feel like it's hard. I feel like it's easy, because everything that I do is based on my decisions for me, based on those signs and signals that my body is sending me, and the ultimate decision to live a happy and fulfilling life. And it just starts with a decision. It starts with that decision on what is your hard and what's going to be your uncomfortable. And then are you willing to take whatever it's going to take to get through that so that you can get to the other side? And I talk to so many women who are just stuck and frustrated, and they're trying to find those little reasons why they're not being successful. The little reasons why they're not successful and everybody else is. And then the little things that they're doing day after day after day in their life that's keeping them in that torture, keeping them in that uncomfortable, and keeping them in that place where they're not feeling authentic about how they're living, because they're just miserable, and they're not genuinely miserable people. They're just in a miserable place temporarily, hopefully. And then you have to just stick to your guns and know that you're worth it. You are worth it. You're worth the work. You're worth the effort. You're worth the temporary sacrifice. to get you to that point where you're feeling like you again. Because I know when you're not feeling well, that's not you. That's not the real person that you are. And when you get well and when you get happy, and when you're comfortable in your own skin, and we've talked about the happy closet experience, and we've talked about all those things, those are amazing milestones, and you deserve to achieve them, and you deserve to live in them. What you're doing in your health and fitness, what you're doing to make your marriage happier, what you're doing to put yourself in a better financial position, those should all be things that you're looking to do for your lifetime, not a moment in time. But you're going to set up those things, and you're going to create those environments, and you're going to set up those boundaries so that whatever it is you're doing, you're going to be doing it for your lifetime. And then that's how you win, just by making that lifetime decision. So hopefully if you're struggling, we all know we've been there with you. It is a struggle in the beginning, but once you make that decision to get out of the struggle, and you make that decision to do the work, and you make that decision that you're going to stay there forever, then it's game over. You've just hit a home run, and you can live that way forever. So just know you're worth it, and just know all it takes is a decision, and then you just put some action items into place. So let me see who's here. Hopefully my girls from Facebook made it over here. Janet, hello from Nevada. Jill, hello. Zoriada, I think it is. Hello from Sacramento. Zoe Blue. Linda from July. Hello. Marlis from Canada. Vicky from California. Nice. Portia. Hello from Atlanta. Linda, hello. Darla, good evening. Randy, hi from Baltimore, completing week 4 of Di's program, scheduled for alumni group to begin September 30th. Going strong in week 4. I think I finally hit my sweet spot. Awesome, Randy. What's your sweet spot, if you don't mind sharing with us? Lalu, hi Diane. Lori from Portland, upcoming alumni group. Thanks for the celebratory email today with Jennifer's success. That was really inspiring. Oh, awesome. Yeah, they inspire us every day. So if you had some success with the course or your intermittent fasting journey, definitely feel free to email your success to us or in our Facebook group. We would love to feature you as a star student. Rhonda from SoCal. Kim from Tampa. Again, a great one tonight. Oh, you're welcome, Kim. Rita from Arkansas. Everything is hitting home. Yep. Yvonne, hello. Amelia, hello. Making the decision is key. No excuses. Yeah, you got to just decide and then not go back. And I know I was in sick turmoil for a whole year, you guys. I was finding every reason why this was hard, and every reason why I was not supposed to be successful, and every little cheat that could make things temporarily comfortable or temporarily easy for me, and it ended up prolonging my agony. And when I made that decision that I was going all in, and I was not going to let anything knock me off my tracks, a lot of other things in life became better too, because then you just become a determined person or a determined woman, and you're not going to settle for anything less than the best for yourself in all areas of your life. It doesn't have to just be your nutrition or your intermittent fasting. Once you gain confidence to stand tall and firm on the decisions that you're making for yourself and the boundaries that you're going to set for yourself, then you apply those to everything in your life. It just naturally happens because that's just how you live. You've raised your own standard. And then you require others to either raise to your standard, or you find other ways to do things. And that's, I think the health and fitness thing for me and coaching women, the biggest reward I get is not, surprisingly, is not weight loss or even a health transformation. It's the unveiling of the new woman that I am always just touched by and impressed with. That health and fitness things or journeys or practices that we put in place are just sort of the tool that is used to help a woman regain her confidence, or help a woman get over a hurdle in her life, or help a woman understand some emotional block that she had. And I think for me as a coach of women, that is the absolute most rewarding part, because if you can get that dialed in, you can handle anything. Anything. And I know for me, my best times in life when I have been when I have been dialed in to my health and fitness, and I feel healthy and I feel good about the choices that I'm making for myself, because I'm energized and I'm confident and I am healthy. And when I'm in that state, look out, because there's no stopping me. And that's what I see in other women who achieve success with their health and fitness. You're confident. You're going to go after everything in life that you want to have. You're going to be energized. You're going to have better relationships because you're just a happier person in general because you feel great. And that is what I absolutely love about working with women and helping them find a victory in some aspect of their life. And it just seems like health and fitness is the easiest place to start. And it's probably the most obvious place to start because when you've had a win with yourself because of decisions you've made and hard work that you've put in for yourself, there's no stopping you. You can accomplish anything. And we know what that's like when a woman has that kind of mentality, right? Like, look out, world. She's going to do it all. Kim, I am struggling with almost everything you mentioned. Kim, if you're in our course, you have to post something in the Facebook group and tag me in it so I can respond to you. And if you're not in our course, I highly recommend that you jump into our course that's starting on Friday. We will help you with everything that we just mentioned. Rhonda. What did Jenna say? Jenna from June class started a size 16, just bought some size 8s, feeling so much better. So June, July, August, September, 3 months from a size 16 to a size 8. I'm sure you're feeling way more than just better. I'm sure you're feeling absolutely amazing. Randy, 20 hours is your sweet spot. Yep, that's it. Every time. Never fails. I'm 67, and if I can do it, anyone can do it. Jenna, you're awesome. Vicky, finally got real with myself and dropped the daily wine with dinner in my 20-hour fasting window. Congratulations. I bet that was a big aha moment. Was in denial that the wine was causing my weight stall, but put my big girl panties on and I am giving it up. Okay. And here's the deal, Vicky. Give it up while you're on your journey, right? And let's face it, if you were to go, and I'm going through my annual doctor's appointments right now. And so you have to fill out all those forms, when you're in the reception area. And how many glasses of alcohol do you drink per week? And do you actually say 7 or 14 or no? No one ever admits how much alcohol they drink every week, right? 1 or 2 glasses, but we know that that's probably not the truth. I know I've had times when that's not the truth. And you say, 1 glass, 2 glasses or whatever at a time. But if you added it all up, it's probably a lot more than that. And that would make your doctor kind of raise an eyebrow because the reality is that's just not healthy. It's just not healthy. There's no nutritional benefits. And I don't care what the research says or the studies say about drinking wine and heart this and heart that. It's just not healthy. And it's going to cause you to have weight loss stalls. And it's going to cause you to be unbalanced hormonally. And it's going to cause you to have sugar cravings. And if you're a woman who's trying to balance out her hormones and having some of those obvious symptoms that are problems, it's going to cause you to have night sweats and insomnia and leg cramps and all of those other things that are happening. And then, oh my gosh, those lead you to being uncomfortable. And then you're going to go get on hormone replacement therapy to cover up those symptoms. And then you're going to drink coffee in the morning because you had wine at night. Like, it's this endless. And I'm not saying this is you particularly, Vicky, but I'm saying that this is what happens because it just becomes so nonchalant for us. And we just don't think about it. We become unconscious of those habits. So giving up a nightly glass of wine, give it up for this. Like, we've been drinking this every night at dinner because we used to be the nightly glass of wine drinkers too. And darn Trader Joe's, you can get a really good bottle of wine for $7. It's really easy to drink a bottle of wine every night, like you and your husband, like 2 glasses each, boom, empty bottle of wine. And you could justify it. But that gets scary after a while when you start to check in to what it is you're doing. And so having those aha moments and becoming real with yourself is going to be that thing that's going to help you bust through your next goal and help you bust through that plateau that you're in and really help you move that needle because it's going to help everything else in your body just be better, hormonally, weight wise, all of those things. So it's so funny you said you pulled up your big girl panties because I have a phrase in my house and I call them BGCs. My light went out on here. So we call them BGCs, and that's big girl chonies is what I call them. And so that made me laugh that you said big girl panties because I know exactly what you're saying there. So yeah, having those aha moments will definitely help. Me too, Vicky. Yep. So see, you're not alone. What do you do when you need to take a med with food? You take a med with food. Medicine if you're on a prescription, then you need to do whatever your medicine tells you to do. If it's a temporary medicine, then I say you just, whatever amount of time you have to take that medicine, you abide by whatever the instructions are on that. And then if it's lifetime medicine you have to take, then our goal or your goal should be to do whatever it takes to get off that medicine. So make those lifestyle changes so that you don't have to take it forever, if it's one of those kind of medications. And then have that be your goal. And then you just work around it and make the best food choice that you can while you're taking your medicine. And oftentimes when you have to take medicine with food, it's something that's so minor. You don't have to probably sit down and have a 10-course meal or something, just something to probably create a layer in your stomach so that your medicine doesn't cause you to have any kind of ill feelings in your gut. So I just wanted to make sure that I got on tonight and shared that with you guys. And I have these kind of talks because I get in a series of conversations with women over like the course of a few weeks. So in the last 3 weeks, I've probably had the same conversation in consult calls with some of the women in our course, with being stuck, or you're feeling like it's hard, or they're the only ones that's not successful at this. And it's usually just because they haven't committed 100%, or they haven't had the aha moment about the glass of wine every night. And wine, trust me, it's not the thing that's gonna that absolutely throw you off track forever. It's a temporary thing until you feel better. And then once you feel better, what happens is it's like every other food that causes you to not look and feel your best, is that you're going to look at it in a different way. And you're going to go, if I drink that wine tonight, then I'm probably going to feel XYZ things. And I don't really know if I want to feel that. And so when you make that connection, then you look at wine in a different way. It's not something that you so casually drink anymore, because you don't want to feel that way all the time. You'll only put it in your life when you can handle the signs and signals that your body's going to send you when you do have it. So I was sharing, I think on Instagram today too, about how every time I sit down to have ice cream with the family as like a end of the night celebration thing, and we have a cashew milk ice cream. No bad ingredients in it, but there's sugar in it. Sure enough, that's the night I toss and turn and have night sweats and wake up in the next morning not feeling so great. And so I know that, and I just make that decision like, okay, I'm going to have ice cream with the kids because everybody in the family's having it. And I just know tonight I'm not going to feel so great. And tomorrow I'll just drink more water and kind of just get through my day. And I don't beat myself up over it anymore, because I make a conscious decision about it. And so that's a big deal too, is just stop the cycle of beating yourself up. If you're going to make a decision about something, just own it, do it, get through it, and then pull your BGCs up, your big girl chonies, or whatever you call them, and go about your life. Don't mull around in a bad decision or a decision that you made that didn't make you feel great. Just get through it and get on with life, and don't let that throw you off track or make you fall off the wagon or throw in the towel, or all those other phrases that we use when you make a conscious, educated, grown-up decision about something that you're going to do, and it's going to make you feel a certain way. Just own it. Enjoy yourself. Don't have any regrets. Don't do that negative self-talk, and then just have a new day. Yvonne, yeah. Yeah, we don't do it very much anymore, which is funny. We used to do it very frequently. Yeah, we don't, it's just not worth it. It's so not worth it. I just don't feel so great. And so I say, if you can get away with it, don't, or make it a special occasion thing or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's always that thing that just doesn't make me feel so great. So I'm going to get out of here tonight. If for those of you who have jumped onto the alumni course for September 30th, congratulations and welcome. It's going to be super fun. We're putting the final moving touches on it. So if you're in the alumni course currently, we're actually going to take it down for a couple of days, and we're going to kind of rework some stuff on our back end for you guys, and then relaunch it on the 30th. So you guys will be able to go back in as a day one kind of student as well. So that's going to be really fun. And then someone asked about the lifetime membership kind of thing for the alumni course. So I'll just explain it here. So basically what that means is that once you're in the alumni course, I am going to be uploading new content in the alumni course. recipes, cooking tips. I'm going to do cooking videos, new finds that I have about food. And I have some exclusive stuff also that we'll just be putting in the alumni course. So once you're a member, that doesn't expire. So anything new that goes in that course, you're privy to as a member. You don't ever have to re-enroll in the course. You're there. And then we're getting ready to launch a cute, super cute line of intermittent fasting for today's aging woman t-shirts. And you guys get a special alumni discount. So you guys will be kind of the VIPs. Are you talking about the ice cream, Yvonne? I know. I was a sucker for it. Should I sign up for the alumni if I'm not done with the beginner's course in the week 3? Current week 3 and week 4 students are eligible to sign up for the alumni course, but if you're in the week 2 or week 1, we're not going to let you do it yet. If your class is finished, can you buy a conference? I am thinking. I'm asking. I think you're asking about a conference call. Yeah, just email us and we'll get you the link to do that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow here, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know why I got stuck on that. It doesn't look like Facebook is working, so I'll keep trying, but count on jumping on with us here on YouTube. Always feel free to leave those comments afterwards. I've been going back and answering a bunch of people because I know they catch it on the recording. So I appreciate you guys coming back for that. And then Instagram Live tomorrow at 4 p.m. We're going to close out that series in a couple of days, and then all those videos and information will be uploaded on our blog, so you can catch it all there if you need to go back to that. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do in the month of October. So have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.